Hey guys, I know I said I was gonna post yesterday and I didn't, and I'm sorry. And I don't want to make any excuses, but I was actually coming back to Cornell here. As you guys can see, I'm in a new environment, new building, and yeah, I just needed the time to settle in. So I'm back, yeah. And as I said, it's a new building, and this is actually a one studio apartment. Well, it's not really apartment. It's part of like a house, like a condo. And I'm rooming with Josh. So I'm actually sleeping on the sofa, and Josh is sleeping in the room. So yeah, this is where I'm gonna be staying for the next couple of months. And honestly, as I talk about the upcoming summer months, I am very nervous, but I'm very excited for all the memories I'm going to be creating with Josh and with the other people around me. And yeah, I really want to make the most out of this summer, like genuinely. And I really want to work on myself and watching me grow. I'm gonna start meal prepping. I finally have the ability to cook in the kitchen. So yeah, I'm gonna be definitely I'm going to stay on top of my health, and I'm going to be staying on top of things that I can control. Yeah, but anyways, let me catch you guys up on the last couple of days. So first, I want to talk about my trip to the dentist. It's been 6 months since I got my teeth last checked, but yeah, if you guys didn't know, my dad is a dentist. And I know this sounds like a simple thing, but there's something that I can't fully put into words. And yeah, you sit down in the dental, like the chair, right? And the lights come on, and those bright white lights are low-key just blinding your face, right? And you just close your eyes and then you open them, right? But what you see is your dad looking down at you, right? And he's very focused. You know that he's gonna be very careful and he doesn't want to harm you, right? And I just felt a feeling of gratitude and a feeling of just thankfulness at the fact that something that a lot of children or a lot of kids fear the most, right? Like it just feels so reassuring to have someone that you truly love, especially like your dad, or and your dad that loved you back so dearly. You know that he's not going to harm you, or he's not going to do anything that will he will try to go out of way with like malicious intent, right? It's just something that you know that he will take care of you and everything will be all right because your dad is there and he's the one working on you. So I just felt so reassured and so blessed that my dad was treating me, and that the fact that if only that these kids knew that my dad is treating them with the same kind of kindness and love that he has for me, right? Like, will these kids stop crying, right? And yeah, I just remember there was this one boy who was getting his x-ray taken, right? And x-rays are very like, how do I explain this? Like it's just like a regular process. Like there's no shots, there's no anything. It's just taking your pictures taken, right? And he was screaming and he was crying, and I just remember like he was screaming goodbye to his mom, and I'm like chuckling on the inside a little bit, right? But at the same time, I'm like, oh, this is such a just like a cute thing, right? Like this kid is like, even though he doesn't understand that this process is not gonna hurt or anything, he's saying goodbye to his mom like it's his final words, right? But yeah, it was just so funny and so emotional, like at the same time, right? But it was so funny because he was screaming like he genuinely thought he was gonna die, right? But yeah, I'm just so lucky to know that every single time I walk through those doors, those dental office doors, I will be taken care of by my dad. So yeah. So now I want to talk about the OR, the operating room, and how it has been. So I've been shadowing surgeries, right? And I don't have words for what it's like to stand in that room. It's very real, it's raw, and it's very emotional in ways I really didn't prepare for. So, one of the patients that I observed was an elderly man. He was in his late 60s, 69 to be exact, and he was having a craniotomy, right? And it's a very complex procedure where you remove the skull and then you work inside the brain. And basically, what happened was there was a fistula, which is like an abnormal connection between a vein and an artery in the brain, right? And then they had to remove that, and then they had to ensure that the blood flow was going in like the proper direction and way, right? But something that really stood out to me was not about the brain and the surgery itself, but about who he was as a person. So it was so sad because his birthday is in 17 days, right? And it's 17 days until he turns 70. And I just stood there and I prayed. And I prayed that everything would go well and that he would be able to wake up healthily and better and feeling a lot more refreshed, right? And vitalized from the surgery. And that he would be able to spend his 70th birthday with his loved ones. And I hope that he did because he did wake up and he was in stable condition after the surgery. And I don't take that lightly. And that's such a blessing to see that these people can actually heal and feel better with the technological advancements that we have made throughout the years, right? And yeah, that was one of the patients. And another one, another patient was an elderly woman, and it was a spinal surgery. It was a lammy. So basically, involved like bone immobilization, bone grafting, and screws and mallets. Believe it or not, like those orthopedic surgeons where they have hammers like half the time, and they're just hammering things down, like nails into the bones. Yeah, that was actually a part of the surgery. They were putting screws and nails inside the woman's spinal cord, and they were building their way up. All right. So yeah, I watched every second of it, and honestly, it's been such a real thing to me. And I honestly wouldn't have expected anything, and my perception of just surgery and who doctors are as a whole just changed completely. So yeah, thank your doctors, guys. All right, so I want to be a little bit more reflective, and I found my ways asking some things I've been sitting with since. And one of them is, why does God allow these things to happen? And honestly, I don't have a full answer, and I don't think I'm supposed to have one yet. I just know that God has greater plans for us, even in the rooms that feel heaviest. And yeah, I just think that I will leave all my burdens and all my questions and I will actively seek answers, but there's only a limited understanding of the world around me, right? Whereas God knows everything. So the thing that I have to do is surrender and put my trust in Him. And I know it's a hard thing to do. And when there are so many worldly temptations, right? But every day is a struggle and every day is a way I can depend on God, right? So yeah, I'm just working towards my faith. And yeah, so yeah, I'm back in Ithaca now. Josh is at work, and I'm sitting here at my desk thinking about the last few days. And yeah, honestly, the summer so far has been a blessing, and I want to make the summer count. I really do. And yeah, so that being said, look forward to more videos, and I'm not going anywhere else, so stay tuned. Goodbye.